Hi, my name is Paul Murphy, Managing Partner at 4 Pillars Consulting Group. Today I want to discuss why the partnership between 4 Pillars and WFG is so important to us, and how, by working together, we can change the lives of Canadian families that don't believe a positive and stable financial future is possible, how we can completely change how they view money and help provide a strong, safe, stress-free financial future for them and their family. Debt is the single biggest threat to Canadians' financial future and the most overlooked piece of every financial plan. Did you know 21% of Canadians who are in debt currently say that they're in over their heads and can no longer manage their debt load? Currently, household debt is over 150% of disposable household income. 59% of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck and do not have available cash flow to plan for retirement. If a Canadian has a very small amount of money to invest, such as $5,000 to $10,000, they will read blog posts, get professional advice from their bank or financial advisor, and even buy a few books. Even the brightest financial gain from a $10,000 investment is minimal. Yet for most people, they seek out very little help and rarely consult professionals on the single biggest threat to their financial future: debt. So why is that? From what we have seen during our last 15 years, we've been helping Canadian families, is that financial difficulties are the most hard to deal with. They embarrass us, they overwhelm us, and push us into corners quite unlike any other problem we face in our lifetime. The normal course of events sees people struggling to cope as they do not know what their options are. It's a problem that has existed equally as long as the world of finance. Whenever there is lending, there is difficulty in repaying and ultimately an amount of default. So what we're experiencing in Canada currently is nothing new. What is new is the widespread nature of the debt problems and the amount of Canadians facing financial challenges. The debt industry has become extremely confusing for Canadians. To make matters worse, the confusion in the market and the media about how to best handle consumer debt is only increasing the stress, and very few people are aware of the full range of options available. At 4 Pillars Consulting Group, our role is to represent the interests of the debtor. Everything we do is governed by that mandate. We take the view that when in the debt advisory business, you either act for the creditor or you act for the debtor. It's impossible to give good, sound advice to both. You simply can't do it. It's really time for Canadians to take back control and not be embarrassed to ask for professional help when dealing with debt, and to ask questions and challenge what they're being told, more so than ever before. And what is good for the creditors and the companies representing them is not always good for the debtor. For those facing overwhelming debt or struggling to make positive financial gains due to debt repayment, it's time for them to look at their options and change how they view debt. A well-planned financial restructuring plan creates a framework to guide decision-making during what can be a very challenging time. It becomes a roadmap for achieving financial stability for Canadian families and allows their focus to shift to the long term and look beyond the short-term financial challenges. We're experts in dealing with debt and re-establishing a positive credit score, but this is only part of the client's journey from financial meltdown to financial stability. Dealing with debt can significantly increase a customer's cash flow, but then we need to ensure that that cash flow is used to make the right choices and for Canadians to understand how to achieve their long-term financial goals. By working together, 4 Pillars and WFG agents have an opportunity to change how debt is dealt with within the financial services industry and truly ensure that every Canadian has the opportunity to reach their financial goals regardless of their current financial situation.